It's Off the Beaten Path Podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
Drink a beer.
And you won't be hearing any of that here.
Ever since you came into this town, now I saw you sitting at the bar. You said, hey boy, do you want to leave? Just you, the truck, and me, yeah. Take it out where it gets real dark. You and me, let's light this fire. Changing in the backseat of my four-wheel drive, trying to find a spot where the trees fly high. I can't believe the way I feel tonight. Caught her in the rear view, she looking good too, with her Daisy Dukes and her zip-up boots. This country girl's got me up all night. I feel alive. Driving down dirt roads and the way you kiss, the way I drove, this would be more than one night. Yeah, yeah. More than one more night for us to feel alive. They got this heart bumping and beating, looking back to see where you're changing in the backseat of my four-wheel drive, trying to find a spot where the trees fly high. I can't believe the way I feel tonight. Caught her in the rear view, she looking good too, with her Daisy Dukes and her zip-up boots. This country girl's got me up all night. I feel alive. Backseat of my four-wheel drive, trying to find a spot where the trees fly high. I can't believe the way I feel tonight. Caught her in the rear view, she looking good too, with her Daisy Dukes and her zip-up boots. This country girl's got me up all night. She's changing in the backseat of my four-wheel drive, trying to find a spot where the trees fly high. I can't believe the way I feel tonight. Caught her in the rear view, she looking good too, with her Daisy Dukes and her zip-up boots. This country girl's got me up all night. I feel alive.
Off the Beaten Path Podcast with me, Ben Merritt. There is Kyle Setter, California country boy himself, with the lead single off of his debut album. The debut album is called Night of Your Life. It's more of an EP. It's 4 songs. But the first song that he's releasing off the album is called Backseat, and there it is right here on Off the Beaten Path Podcast. Again, Kyle Setter, check him out. Very cool guy. Cool stuff going on his Facebook page. Looks like he's got a Great Dane. That's a Great Dane. Either that or it's a big dog. Holy cow, that dog's it's a horse. It's a horse, actually. He's walking a horse. Never mind. Sorry. Off the Beaten Path Podcast with me, Ben Merritt. The final of the installments of our Bands on the Run specials. Again, we started with the Road Hammers a couple weeks ago, Blackjack Billy last week, and Doc Walker swinging by today. Going to chat with another one of the great Canadian bands of country music. So Doc Walker, again, coming up later on in the episode. Again, thank you for joining me here on Off the Beaten Path Podcast. We're getting very close to the holidays for the Christmas holiday at least. That one's generally celebrated worldwide. So I do a Christmas episode. I didn't do a Thanksgiving episode a couple weeks back because Thanksgiving in Canada and the United States are different, and then other countries don't celebrate Thanksgiving. But most countries celebrate Christmas. So in a couple of weeks, 2 weeks actually, we'll have a Christmas special for you. Live show special for you next week. Tell you who with in a little bit. But right now, Bari Lee, I'm probably saying that wrong, by the way. Never Come Back is the name of her single. And she, in her Facebook short description, is a singer, songwriter, whiskey drinker, and guitar slanger. I love it. I love this girl. She has got an amazing voice. Check it out. Here you go. This is Bari Lee and Never Come Back. It's Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
Thunder don't go. Train on a one-way track through a fire so red and a night so black. Sounding blood, y'all's contract. Cause if you leave, you can never come back. Try to climb my way out, but the photo got my soul. Hold on, yeah. Took whiskey over wine. I dropped that line. I stand alone. I stand alone. I stand alone, 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 alone. Hey!
It's Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
Ricky Young, Bubba Sparks. We just some southern gentlemen, you know what I'm saying, trying to live this.
Silhouette over to your left through the red sunset.
I'm a hollering seller, what's up? What's up, girl? Yeah, she's shining like the paint on the little polished truck. Bet ain't one of them never been stuck. And tonight I'm at the change that up. Well, baby, what's up? I'ma tell you what, you're the finest thing out here, yeah, that's what's up. Let me lift you up in the back of my blacked out muddy jack dump truck with your name on it. Hold a number cup made for your lips. You got that country girl swag, yeah, I know I gotta get me some. Oh, baby, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, yeah, baby, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? 2 years later, she's still over there, swinging them legs, flipping her hair. And she's turning this party way up. And now she's walking down to the campfire solo. I know that's where I gotta go. What's left of her night is all on how she takes. Baby, what's up? I'ma tell you what, you're the finest thing out here, yeah, that's what's up. Let me lift you up in the back of my blacked out muddy jack dump truck with your name on it. Hold a number cup made for your lips. You got that country girl swag, yeah, I know I gotta get me some. Oh, baby, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, yeah, baby, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? I walked right down to the fire. Every next step she got a little finer. Now she's all over my trail. The sun's in her hand, and all I say, baby, what's up? Baby, baby, what's up with it? Don't blame me, them tight jeans is what did it. Unforgiving country living, order up around. Better yet, a couple rounds, make it button crown. Just in town one night, but I think I might change my travel plans, tell the band to take a hike. That ain't right, no, I gotta keep it moving. But for the next, say, 50 years, what you doing? I'm just playing, baby, I ain't a fortune teller, but I'm grown and thinking about the future more than ever. Let's just start with right now and see how that feels. Take your heels off and chill. Baby, what's up? I'ma tell you what, you're the finest thing out here, yeah, that's what's up. Let me lift you up in the back of my blacked out muddy jack dump truck with your name on it. Hold a number cup made for your lips. We got the country girl swag, and you know I gotta get me some. Oh, baby, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, baby, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Oh, baby, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Yeah, baby, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up?
Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt. And there you go. That is Ricky Young and Baby What's Up featuring Mr. Bubba Sparks. Yeah, Bubba's back in country music, and I'm glad. I'm happy about that. But Ricky Young is the feature here. Ricky, basically, if you could do it by the book, Ricky is the author of said book. He did it the right way, quote unquote, the correct way, according to his bio. He became a songwriter. He proved to people that he is a student of the craft and not some fly-by-night operation. And, well, basically the way that he did that was by being a road warrior. He's always out doing shows, and the past 3 years, he's basically done so many shows that it's amazing. He just recently wrapped up the Honky Tonkin' Tour in 2013 and the Bud Light Rowdy Loud Tour as well. Both of those hitting about 55 and 46. So between those two tours, he did 100 dates on that. So he's opened up for Blake Shelton, Darius Rucker, Lee Bryce, Jared Neiman, Tyler Farr, Craig Campbell, Colt Ford. The man is pretty much everywhere. So, and that is his latest single. That's Baby What's Up. You can find that one on his most recent piece of work, and that would actually be called Feels Damn Good. That's the title track, too. So, but again, he's hanging out with Bubba Sparks on that one, and I'm kind of a fan of that. So, again, Ben Merritt hanging out with you here on Off the Beaten Path podcast. In just a little bit, we'll be chatting with Doc Walker as we wrap up our Bands on the Run specials here this week. Now, this guy that I'm about to start playing here, Jeffrey Jordan, Ricky Young did it one way. Jeffrey Jordan did it almost the opposite way. Actually turned down a couple of deals, a couple of opportunities, and he did it because he didn't want to be locked down, which is great. You don't want your music to be, pigeonholed in any way, shape, or form. Also, I want to remind you that this kid graduated high school in 2013. So there you go. Jeffrey Jordan now. Here is his brand new single, Why Can't I? It's Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
God, why's it gotta hurt this much? Going on every day without her touch. I know it had to end and she's moved on, but I'm stuck here with all these songs I wrote about her. And these memories sure do hurt. I know it's time to get on with our lives, and there ain't nothing to say 'cause we said goodbye. But why can't I get you out of my head, or start to fall for someone else? Why can't a single day go by without wishing I could go back in time? Why does every single memory lead me back to you and the way things used to be? I'm trying so hard to forget about you and learn to live my life with you gone, gone, gone. Why? But why can't I? Why? I took the radio out of my truck, 'cause every song that played reminded me of us. I can't believe that this is it, that we're walking away and calling it quits after all this time. But it ain't no one's fault but mine. I know it's time to get on with our lives, and there ain't nothing to say 'cause we said goodbye. Why can't I get you out of my head, or start to fall for someone else? So I can't a single day go by without wishing I could go back in time. Why does every single memory lead me back to you and the way things used to be? I'm trying so hard to forget about you and learn to live my life with you gone, gone, gone. But why can't I? Yeah, what I'd do for one more day to call you mine, or hear you say I love you just one more time. If there was one thing I could undo, I'd take back how I lied to you and threw it all away. 'Cause now you're gone, gone, gone. Gone, gone, gone. I'm trying so hard to forget about you and learn to live my life with you gone, gone, gone. But why can't I? Why?
It's Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt. Like us on Facebook.com/OTBP podcast. Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt. And I've been on a bit of a roll, and it seems to make sense because, well, they're all out on the road as well. I talked to Jason McCoy from the Roadhammers a couple weeks ago. I got to talk to Rob from the Blackjack Billy last week, and now I got Dave from Doc Walker on the line, and I'm going to tell you in just a little bit why that's important. But Dave, how are you, sir?
I'm doing really well. It looks like you saved the best for last.
That's exactly what it is. Yeah, it has nothing to do with your schedules working out that way. No, no, it is. I mean, it's kind of cool because I think last week Rob told me that I'm pretty much the only person that's out there like hammering the promotion of this tour that you guys are on. But like I said, we'll get to that in just a little bit. Because first, Dave, I have 2 icebreaker questions that you have to answer. You ready?
You bet.
I didn't warn you about these, so these are literally icebreakers. You're going in cold. So, all right, Dave. Question number 1: where are you right now? And as I always say, feel free to be as specific or non-specific as you would like to be, because by the time people hear this interview, you're hopefully not going to be in the exact same place.
Right now I am in Winnipeg, Manitoba.
So back home.
I live in the same neighborhood as Neil Young and Burton Cummings.
Wow. Do you ever like run into him out on like a dog walk or something like that?
Well, Neil Young left years ago, but Burton still has a house here, so I haven't seen him in a while, though.
No, I mean, maybe you should set up like, a little bit of a block party or something like that.
Get to know the neighbors.
If you haven't been there long enough, that pretense will work, so just throwing it out there. You can, all right, I'll just leave that right there, let you do with it as you please, so. All right.
Great.
And then, Dave, this is the one that really sets the tone for the interview, so I know how comfortable you are. What are you wearing right now?
I'm wearing a T-shirt that says California on it, and I'm wearing the dirtiest blue jeans I own.
Nice. Now, are they dirty because you haven't washed them, or are they just like stained and they got paint and all that?
Oh, well, I'm winterizing my home right now, so that just means a lot of dirty work outside.
Got to get ready for those cold Manitoba winters. So.
Oh, it's brutal up here.
Oh yeah. We're at the same point right now. We were actually comparing weather just before we started recording, and like I said, here in northern Wisconsin, we're at 39. So we could see 40 yet today, but I don't know if you guys are going to see that.
No, we won't. We won't see 40 till April.
Oh, that's a bummer. So, well, it just gives you more time to get inside and keep practicing and keep writing songs and getting ready for the road, because you guys are going out on the road. It's the Bands on the Run tour. It's Doc Walker, the Roadhammers, and Blackjack Billy touring across Canada. And that's got to be kind of awesome. I was talking to, like I said, the Roadhammers and Blackjack Billy. They're super excited because this is going to be a long, fun run where you guys are playing almost every night for like 2 months, right?
Yeah, we got to pace ourselves. But no, I don't know who thought of this tour, but it's whoever thought of it hasn't slept since he thought of it. So I think it's pretty ambitious tour. We're heading out with 4 tour buses and a bunch of semi trucks, and we're starting on the east coast of Canada, and we're heading all the way to Vancouver on the west. So it should be a blast.
Yeah, that's going to be a lot of fun because the 3 bands too. You guys seem like you probably will get along because you guys all kind of have the same vibe and same feeling. You're all about fun-loving stuff. The Roadhammers literally are all about trucking and being on the road. The Blackjack Billy is just a bunch of crazy guys. And you guys, is it fair to say that you're the elder statesman of the group where you're going to try and keep everybody as grounded as possible? Or are you the direction where you're going to be like, hey, guys, settle down. We need to get through this all in one piece?
No, I don't think we're going to be bringing that to the table at all.
That's good.
We're just going to add to the debauchery, I think.
That's going to be good. So, yeah, definitely. The Bands on the Run tour, going to be a lot of fun. If they're coming through your area, definitely check them out. Listeners in the United States, it'll be a little tough, but definitely all the Canadian fans that I got, they might be looking you guys up sometime soon.
Oh, you bet. I hope everyone can make it out.
Well, that's great. All right. Now to the band. Let's talk about Doc Walker. You guys just a couple of buddies from rural Winnipeg, Manitoba.
Yeah, Portage La Prairie. It's you either picked up a guitar or you picked up a hockey stick, and we picked up guitars. And no, the lead singer and I have been well, we played in a band when we were 12 years old, actually.
Wow.
And yeah, it's been a long time. But then I joined the band in 1994, right after graduating from high school. So this is my 20th year.
Well, congratulations.
Oh, thank you.
There you go.
It's like I've been married to the guy, though. That's we know each other better than probably our wives even know us. So it's been a long run and long good run, actually. So.
Well, good. Yeah, you guys have had a lot of success over the years. As I offhandedly mentioned, you've got, a dozen CCMA awards, a Juno Award to your guys' name as well. I mean, you don't just win those because you guys are pretty on stage. You've got to have some guts behind you, too.
Well, pretty will get you in the door. That's
That's true. I'm not saying that you're not pretty. I'm just saying that you've got substance as well.
Well, that's good. Thanks for saying that. No, it has been. And you know what? When I was really young, like even before I was 12 years old, I'd watch the Juno Awards here, which are, the Canadian Grammys pretty much. And I remember thinking, oh, man, I would love to win one of those. I'd love to have one. I mentioned Burton Cummings a little earlier and Neil Young. They use them as doorstops, I think, by now. But I always wanted one. And I thought, I'm going to, when you're a cocky little kid, you think, I'm going to have a bunch of those. But you didn't realize how hard it would be to actually earn one of those things. But when we did actually win a few, it made it all that much better that you wanted it for so long, and then you finally get one, It's a glorified paperweight. It really is. But it's really, really neat to have.
I don't believe that one bit. I think, it's probably on display in the home and you can see it and people come over and it's still probably an awesome thing. When was that? 2009 you guys won that one?
Yeah, 2009 we won for the album called Beautiful Life.
Yeah.
And it was really nice. The Bare Naked Ladies gave us the award, which was pretty cool because we're kind of big fans of theirs too. So.
Well, yeah, I think everybody from Canada is a big fan of the Bare Naked Ladies. So.
Yeah, in both regards, the band and the actual Bare Naked Ladies.
Wow, that's two in a row. Blackjack Billy and now the Doc Walker. We're gonna have to start up. Off the Beaten Path after dark. So. Anyway, all right. But no, yeah, it's kind of cool that, you guys have been together for so long. You said that, it feels like you're married to him. Obviously, the relationship helps, with songwriting and, the interpersonal skills of the band where the music just kind of flows now, I'm sure. Yeah,
that's the thing about writing with someone that you've been writing with for 20 years is you can tell them it sucks, like really, really quickly and kind of... You don't worry about his feelings so much, but if you're co-writing with someone that you've just kind of met, you kind of dance around things that it's just not streamlined as much as right. Writing just with Chris and I, where we can just say no, let's move on. That's awful.
Yeah, I don't like that. Let's try something different. Yeah,
you bet.
Yeah, I guess that helps a lot, especially with efficiency and things like that. But do you guys do a lot of writing out on the road? I mean, you got 2 months here on the next tour that's coming up. Do you think you'll be out on the road writing with the guys from Roadhammers and Blackjack Billy as well?
Well, the crazy thing is we normally don't write on the road, but we just did a big media blitz for our new album and for the Bands on the Run tour in Toronto recently, and we just had we're sitting in the lounge of the hotel, and all of a sudden we look down at our napkins and we realize that we've been writing a song for a half hour and it's almost done. So I think when you put that many people with so many different creative ideas together, I think it's bound to happen.
Wow. Yeah, that would be kind of cool. I want to see if, maybe there's a collaboration between the three of you and we get to hear that sometime soon.
Oh, I sure hope so.
If all three of you are on the same track, that would be I'm not going to use the word clusterfucky, but there's going to be a lot of vocals and a lot of sound on that one. But it'll be great. I think it'll be great. So.
Oh yeah. Oh, thanks. Well, I honestly think that'll probably happen in very, very soon.
Excellent. Great. Dave from Doc Walker here on the line for Off the Beaten Path podcast. And, well, sir, it's time to take a listen to one of the first tracks for this afternoon, evening, morning, whenever it is that people listen to the show. It was the lead single off the new album. We'll talk about the new album in a little bit. This one is Put It Into Drive. Tell us a little bit about this top 10 track.
Wow, this we've recorded this one quite a bit before we released the album, but it's as soon as we heard this song, we just had to do it. You know, it spoke to us very, very adamantly. So put it into drive, yeah.
There you go. Dave from Dot Walker. We'll be back with a little bit more of him, but right now it's Put It Into Drive. It's Off the Beaten Path podcast. Meet that man.
Take it for a ride. Here you are at the crossroads of your life. There's a highway waiting on you. Stand up tall on the hood of that car. Scream out loud and find out who you are and where you're going to. Keep on moving, and the road will meet the sky. Keep on moving, or life will pass you by. Put it into drive, come on now, get going. Stare it in the eyes and know it's worth knowing. There's a world out there, and you're getting somewhere. Now is the time, today is tomorrow. You'll see the signs and know you should follow when faith disappears. Oh, there's a voice you'll hear saying, put it into drive. Shooting to the sun, a bullet from a gun. Ask yourself why walk when you can run. But don't forget where you come from, and keep on moving. Yeah, the road is winding long. Keep on moving. Go on, get gone, gone, gone. Put it into drive, come on now, get going. Stare it in the eyes and know it's worth knowing. There's a world out there, and you're getting somewhere. Now is the time, today is tomorrow. You'll see the signs and know you should follow when faith disappears. Oh, there's a voice you'll hear saying, put it into drive. Oh, saying, put it into drive. Put it into drive, come on now, get going. Stare it in the eyes and know it's worth knowing. There's a world out there, and you're getting somewhere. Oh, now is the time, today is tomorrow. You'll see the signs and know you should follow when faith disappears. Oh, there's a voice you'll hear. Won't be loud, but it'll be clear. Yeah, it'll lead you there. Saying, put it in drive. Put it in drive, take it for a ride. Here you are at the crossroads of your life. Oh, what you gonna do?
Off the Beaten Path podcast, meet Ben Merritt. There you go. Put it into drive, the first single that we're going to hear from Doc Walker. How are you, Dave?
I'm doing really well. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. And what portion of the winterization of the home are you in? Were you putting plastic on the windows or something like that?
Oh no, I just I do it. I don't do it all at once. I'm so lazy. I covered the air conditioner today, and I made a day of it.
There you go. Well, I mean, plenty of duct tape. I mean, you just got to use plenty of duct tape, or gaffer's tape, as some people call it, and you got to be efficient with that stuff. One leak could ruin the whole winter. That's for sure. All right. I live in an apartment. I don't have to do much winterization, thankfully. So, all right. Dave, you mentioned earlier that coming from where you are in Portage la Prairie, Manitoba, you either picked up a guitar, such as yourself and Chris, or you picked up a hockey stick. And I did a little bit of research on this, and it turns out I only have 1 degree of separation between Doc Walker and myself. Do you want to know how that works out, sir?
Sure.
All right. And a lot of people, if you're hockey fans, you probably still won't get this reference. But, and I can say that because he's a good dear friend of mine, Mr. David Shand was, I worked with Dave not in a hockey arena, but in a radio station back in the early 2000s when I was just first getting into radio. And he was the morning show host of the sports talk radio station, and I was the morning show intern for the country station right across the hall. So coming out of Portage la Prairie, Manitoba, what was that? He was taken in the first round as the 8th pick by the Atlanta Flames, which is a team.
Oh, Atlanta. Yeah, they became the Calgary Flames later.
Correct, yeah. So he held a couple of records for a very short amount of time for assists, but I don't think he was a big scorer. As a matter of fact, I think he was a defenseman. So, but there you go. That's my 1 degree of separation from Doc Walker in the fact that I know a guy from your hometown.
That's neat. That is really cool. Yeah, like you said, you either picked up a hockey stick or you picked up a guitar. And, well, in our case, the lead singer picked up a hockey stick and he was just so terrible at it that someone threw a guitar at him.
Yeah, when your Pee Wee's little league coach kind of goes, "Wow, dude, you should probably get away from this game." Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well, there you go. I hope everyone else is as impressed as you weren't. So, anyway,
no, it's neat. That is cool. He's he's about my mom's age. So, man, that would have been kind of cool to have a hockey stepdad or something.
Wow, hopefully he doesn't listen to the show. Like I said, he was a friend. I don't think he's going to be after this, but anyway, all right. Well, we got Dave on the line from Doc Walker here on Off the Beaten Path podcast. And Dave, this is where we start to make the PR people really happy. This is where public relations groups actually allow me to talk to the artists because I tell them, hey, I'll let them, talk about themselves a lot. This is the pimp yourself portion of the show, sir. Go ahead and tell us how people can become fans of Doc Walker on social media and follow along with the great career.
Well, websites have kind of fell by the wayside, but we still have one. It's called docwalker.ca, not .com. That's Rick Doc Walker. I guess he was a former NFLer.
All right.
And we're on Facebook, and we're on Twitter, Doc_Walker. And, we got our albums all over iTunes and stuff. Check it out.
Yeah, definitely. And actually, I was on your website earlier. It's very informative. It's got all the dates and stuff like that for the upcoming tour. There's some free sounds for you as well, too. I think you get to listen to the new single on there for free if it so pleases you. So,
oh, cool.
Yeah, it's definitely, I'm telling you about your website
now.
You
are. It's a good thing I don't have to update it because we still have stuff from the 80s on there.
Well, I mean, sometimes people want the retro stuff. But no, yeah, you get to listen to the new track that we're going to hear in just a little bit for free on the website. So always a good idea to check out .walker.ca. Again, it's .ca, not .com. I made that mistake too, so.
He's a motivational speaker now. You probably felt better about your life. Though.
I did. I read a little bit of his stuff, and I was like, man, this guy knows nothing about country music, but wow, I feel great. Anyway, all right. So Dave from Doc Walker, sir, the 8th album, rightfully called The 8th, is out now in its entirety. You can find it on iTunes, as you said. Tell us about the album and what it feels like to have 8 studio albums now.
Oh, well, it's kind of what we got into the business for, is to make records and stuff. And although we've never really made a vinyl, this will be our first pressing of vinyl for any one of our records. So
That's
we're
awesome.
kind of excited about that. And it's been a long road, and we've never gone back to a formula where we write the same album. We just always look forward, and every album's different, and every album evolves, and we. Hopefully we become better. Once we start getting worse, it's time to pack it in. So, no, we're super excited about this one. It did take a long time to write. It took 3 years, so we just wanted to make sure it was the best thing we could put out there.
Well, I think at the old homage is you have your entire career to write your first album, but I think by the time you get to your 8th, you can take as long as you want as well.
Oh, that feels good. Well, yeah, a lot of my favorite bands now, they don't release records. Look at Bob Seger; he just released one for the first time in 20 years or whatever. It
Exactly.
is, so.
Yeah. I mean, that's the thing is, you've got your entire career to write your first one, and then 6 months to write your second one. But I think by the time you get to like the 6th or 7th or 8th album, you can take as long as you want as well. You don't have to do it in 6 to 8 months like the old adage. So, but
I'm gonna tell my manager that.
There you go. Yeah. Ben Merritt from Off the Beaten Path podcast says, I can take as long as I want. And he'll go, you never talk to that man again.
It's like getting a doctor's note.
Like a Doc Walker note, huh? Anyway, all right. Well, the new track is out. It's called That's How I Like It. Tell us a little about this one before we take a listen to it, sir.
Oh, that's how I like it. It's a lot of things have happened since the last few albums. Chris and I have had, we got married to 2 beautiful gals, and not each. And we've had kids and all that stuff, all that fancy, fun living stuff happens. And well, as soon as we heard this song, That's How I Like It, we just thought of them and all the sacrifices they have to make, of course, when we're on the road and stuff like that. So it's paying homage to our wives is what it is.
Yeah, it's you get married, you have kids, you start winterizing homes. It's that's how it rolls.
I'm so domesticated.
Do you do laundry and dishes too? Because if you want to, when you're on tour, you can stop by my place if you want. That was rude. I apologize. That was very rude. For a man of your stature and abilities and mine, that was rude. I apologize, Dave. Sorry about that, sir. All right. Well, Dave, again, thank you very much, sir, for hanging out. It's Doc Walker now, their latest tune. Check them out on the road. Again, Bands on the Run. It's going to be a great tour. You, the Road Hammers, and Blackjack Billy. It's going to be a lot of fun, sir.
Oh, awesome. Yeah, I hope everyone that's listening can make it out.
There you go. Here we go. It's Doc Walker now with their latest. That's How I Like It. It's Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt.
I don't know how you paint my sky so blue. I'm walking around stone drunk on you. You said hello and I was gone, stuck in my head like a petty song. Was your summer rain and an easy fall, and it was love and that was all. Those lucky stars won't leave me alone. I'm the one that gets to take you home. You're mine, that's how I like it. I'm yours, and nobody else is. You're mine, you hit me, I felt it. I'm yours, that's how I like it. That's how I like it. The way you twist your hair when you watch TV, you fall asleep while you're leaning on me, and a million other things that I wouldn't change. It sounds like singing when you say my name. You're always late, but the world stands still. I don't understand it, and I never will. Those lucky stars can't leave me alone. Yeah, I'm the one that gets to take you home. You're mine, that's how I like it. I'm yours, and nobody else is. You're mine, you hit me, I felt it. I'm yours, that's how I like it. Really
It's Off the Beaten Path Podcast with me, Ben Merritt. Find us on Twitter at OTBP Podcast.
Out in the headlights, around the bonfire, where everybody gets loose around midnight. Taking the edge off, the cool is ice cold. We got CCR swamping through the radio. Alright, come get you some of this good life. Head on over if you feel like. We keep it going on all night. Turn it on up, crank it up loud. Get a little wild, hell bent right now. This is how we rock, this is how we roll. Straight up southern, right down to the bone. Everybody sing. It's a family thing and there ain't no doubt. Throw your hands up if your country proud. We got the Georgia peaches, we got them Cajun queens, we got them Tennessee whiskey drinking pretty things. We know the deep south, come from the heart of Dixie. Raise up a toast and let me know about it if you're with me. Alright, come get you some of this good life. Head on over if you feel like. We keep it going on all night. Turn it on up, crank it up loud. Get a little wild, hell bent right now. This is how we rock, this is how we roll. Straight up southern, right down to the bone. Everybody sing. It's a family thing and there ain't no doubt. Throw your hands up if your country proud. Alright, come get you some of this good life. Head on over if you feel like. We keep it going on all night. Turn it on up, crank it up loud. Get a little wild, hell bent right now. This is how we rock, this is how we roll. Straight up southern, right down to the bone. Everybody sing. It's a family thing and there ain't no doubt. Throw your hands up if your country proud. We know the deep south, come from the heart of Dixie. Raise up a toast and let me know about it if you're with me. Throw your hands up if your country proud. You see this calloused hands, Daddy made me a man. He made me work for what I got and that's the way I am. Throw your hands up if your country proud.
Off the Beaten Path Podcast with me, Ben Merritt. The Stickers. Yes, the Stickers. They're brothers. John, Jim, and Joe. Yeah, I can't make that up. Actually, I shouldn't make it any fun because apparently Jim, the drummer of the band, the oldest of the band, he's a ninja. He's got a black belt in ninjutsu. I don't want to know anything more than that. Actually, I'm really happy that I played that one. Country Proud, again, here on Off the Beaten Path Podcast. I'm pretty pumped about those guys. Coming out of Pennsylvania as well. Not exactly a hotbed for country music that you know of, but that's great. I love it. Good stuff. Check out the Stickers more often. That's for sure. I'm going to have to keep an eye on them. Ben Merritt hanging out with you here on Off the Beaten Path Podcast. Again, thanks to Doc Walker for swinging by and wrapping up the Bands on the Run specials. The last 3 weeks, we had the Roadhammers, Blackjack Billy, and Doc Walker. Now, those are the three bands that are on the run, Bands on the Run. And again, it was great to chat with all of them. So, all right, I had to throw a little hometown love in here. She's from Kalamazoo, Michigan, which is kind of the other side of the state from where I'm from. But needless to say, she's from Michigan, and I love it. So, Shayla. Yes, Shayla. I was right the first time. It's spelled a little different. Shelagh. So Shayla Brown And again, she's from my home state, Kalamazoo, Michigan. She's a singer. She's a songwriter. She's been performing since she was itty-bitty, knee-high to a grasshopper, some would say. And here she is. This is off the Anywhere and Everywhere album. Again, she's been doing this for a long time now, so make sure that you check her out. This is Best for Me. It's Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt. Off the Beaten Path podcast.
He's my husband. You just don't know it yet.
With me, Ben Merritt. Like us on Facebook.com/OTBP podcast.
Something about Saturday, driving in the right lane slow. Baby, tell me where you want to go. Or do you just want to drive me crazy? Something about midnight, nothing but the headlights low. Cranking up the radio, let your hair blow out the window, baby. I want to taste your kiss. I want to feel like this. I want to take you on a joyride. baby, when you hold me close. Yeah, I'll never know how I found a girl like you. And I'll keep driving you, keep riding shotgun, baby, right beside me. Killing time in this nowhere town is all there is to do. I wanna taste your kiss, I wanna feel like this. I wanna take you on a joyride, right through the middle of this town, too little for us to hide. How we wanna feel tonight. I wanna take you down a back road, far enough away that there ain't no way to know how far we gonna go this time. I wanna take you on a joyride. Don't care where we go, don't care what we do. I just wanna go anywhere with you, baby. I wanna drive you crazy. I wanna take you on a joyride, right through the middle of this town, too little for us to hide. How we feel tonight. I wanna take you down a back road, far enough away that there ain't no way to know how far we gonna go this time. I wanna take you on a joyride. Ooh. Yeah. I wanna take you on a joyride.
Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt. There you go, Shane Lee. That is the title track off of his latest EP that came out earlier this fall, late summer, early fall. And it's called Joyride. You're going to hear I Remember Joyride, My Kind of Mistake, and Old Camaro on that one. Don't forget to pick up his other stuff too, Kissing in the Taillights, and a couple other singles released in the 2010-2011 as well. So, but again, Shane Lee, very cool guy. Grew up in Georgia, raised in Florida and Georgia, right on the line. Not necessarily related to Tyler and Brian, but again, Shane Lee, kind of a sound all of his own. And it's a good sound, too. So, again, Ben Merritt hanging out with you here. It's Off the Beaten Path podcast. And I appreciate the fact that I got to chat with all three of the bands, wrapping up this week with Doc Walker. But all three bands from the Bands on the Run tour. Very cool thing to have happen. Just kind of opportunity filling my butt, actually, too. But, again, thank you very much to Doc Walker for stopping by this week, Blackjack Billy last week, and the Road Hammers a couple weeks back. So, but that's going to do it this week. Join me next week where it's going to be kind of different. It's going to be an interesting, as the holidays begin, I'm going to be traveling a little bit. So I came up with a couple of easy shows for me, but really fun, great shows for you, actually. So stick around next week. Tin Can Gin from Duluth, Minnesota. Going to be playing some spectacular bluegrass music for you live. It's going to be a live show. I got the opportunity to go record those guys. Tin Can Gin from Duluth, Minnesota. They're awesome. I get to chat with Harrison as well beforehand. So very cool stuff. I appreciate their time, and I appreciate your time. Be sure to stop by our website, otbppodcast.com. Also, shoot me a line. Shoot me a message. Facebook is facebook.com/OTBP podcast, at OTBP podcast on Twitter. Or you can just email me, otbppodcast@gmail.com. So, again, thank you very much for hanging out and being here. I appreciate all of your time. And again, next week, Tin Can Gin, a live show for you right here on Off the Beaten Path podcast with me, Ben Merritt. Bye-bye.